Hey, hi there. This is Murali Sundaram, your happiness coach, and welcome to the very interesting Facebook live talks. And in the morning, I just updated that you can ask me any question today, and I'm in a mood to answer any of your question. And a couple of my friends have asked interesting questions, and I'm going to answer that question. So, if you have just joined me live now, and would you like to ask me any question, just post your question below, and I will also show you the question on the screen. Thereby, we can learn from each other. So my name is Murali Sundaram, popularly known as the Happiness Coach, and I've helped more than 160,000 business leaders across the globe. Thank you very much for joining this question answer session with the Happiness Coach, Murali Sundaram. Let me first begin, before I start answering the question, let me first begin by saying something which I recently realized, that life is like a Facebook only. I'm sure that many of you guys are hanging around in Facebook, and I personally feel that life is now like a Facebook. Why? Because, look very closely. If you have signed up in the Facebook for the very first time, you would have entered your email credentials, you would have entered a password, and then you created a Facebook account. So when you created a Facebook account, there was no one as your friend, correct? And there was the whole time feed was to your timeline, or the news feed we call, it was very empty. Then slowly you started following certain people, you started adding few people started adding you, and once they started adding you and you started adding them, whatever they post in their timeline starts appearing in your news feed. I think if you look very closely, that's how our life is also spans out. When we are born like a clean slate, like a Facebook news feed. Absolutely clean. There is nothing, no clutter, no information, no news. But as we start progressing our life, we start adding people in our life, understanding people in our life, start adding certain belief systems. And because of those belief systems, certain thoughts and emotions keeps coming through. You start adding lots of rules in your life, like your friends. If you look very closely, there are lots of friends like that. So obviously life is like a Facebook, where you are continuously entertained by everybody's thoughts, emotions, feelings, like the Facebook news feed. Okay, just imagine, in the Facebook, no one comes into Facebook and no one enters any information over there. It's a boring platform. But see how interestingly the whole platform is. Each and one of us, right now I am sitting in my home and talking to you, and you're sitting in your home and watching this live video feed technology. So life has become very, very simple using technology. But are we really simple? Is our mind really simple? That's what is a question that we have to ask. In Facebook, you can actually add friend, delete friend, you can unfollow people, you can stop following certain notification. Like that, we can also do the same. But interestingly, we do that in Facebook. Some people know that there are privacy controls in Facebook, but many people do not know. Similarly, in life also, there are a lot of privacy controls are there. Okay, we can decide whose thought should I borrow. Okay, should I follow this thought or not? Should I follow these rules or not? Should I follow these beliefs or not? Should I follow this emotion or not? Okay, like a Facebook, you can actually have lots of privacy controls within you. And if you have full control, the privacy control like Facebook, if you have your own life control within you, if the switch is within you, it becomes very, very easy. Life becomes more easy, life becomes more simple, and sometimes even entertaining, like the Facebook. Okay, so with this message, let me begin by the first question by GP. Okay, I'm going to put it over here on the screen for the benefit of everyone to see. So if you have any questions, you can just ask me any questions with respect to happiness, leadership, or money. You can just ask me, and I will just give you my honest answer, whatever I know from my life. Okay. Now, Sridharan has asked me a very simple question. He has asked the question, is there a very simple way to stay focused all the time? Now, I think the question we have to ask is, what is that one thing, what is that? Okay. One thing which not allows us to stay focused. That's a question I think we all have to ask. What is that not causing us focus? Number one, I keep seeing a lot of business owners in my life. I keep seeing a lot of entrepreneurs in my life. I coach a lot of business leaders in their life. What is one thing that is missing is they don't have clarity of what exactly they want in life. So if you want to stay focused all the time, you have to answer the first big question. What exactly do I need in life? Do I want in life? You need to answer this question. So you may have to go around and figure out what is that one thing I need. So once you figure out what you want in life, then after that you have to put all your efforts and energy directing only towards that particular goal or a need that you really want to achieve. So every single day, or once you have figured out what you really want in your life, before you go to sleep, decide on, okay, what are the top 3 things that I have to do tomorrow so that it takes me towards this goal or a need. So plan only for 3 things for tomorrow before you go to sleep today. And the next day, all your energies and efforts should be focused only on these 3. When any action of yours is directed towards these top 3, we can call these as the results producing activities or income producing activity. And look at your own whole life, morning to night, take an inventory of all your activities that you're doing and start ticking off, okay, is this an income producing activity or an income reducing activity, or a result producing activity or a result reducing activity? If you find that they are result reducing activities, knock them off, delete it from your life, or delegate it to someone else. Someone else can do that work. You should not do that, because if you really want to stay focused, remember you need to focus on what exactly you want to achieve in our life. When we focus on what we want, the whole attention and energy flows over there. So that is something which I want to answer for Sridharan. Let me see any other question that has popped up, and I think Pallavi has asked a question: how to overcome anger, anxiety. Okay, now as I'm answering this question, thank you very much for many of you guys are joining this Facebook Live. If you have any question, just post it over here and I will answer you. I will also show you your question on the screen so that everyone can see who you are and what question you have asked for. Now, Pallavi has asked a question: how to overcome anger or anxiety. Before understanding how to overcome, let's understand why anger comes. Why we are anxious. Okay, now with respect to anger, why are we getting angry? Many a times you would have felt anger in your life. I have felt many a times, and many of you would have felt anger in your life. You would have seen people very angry. If you observe very closely why someone is angry, it may boil down to only one simple answer: that I expect the situation or the people to behave in a particular way. I expect them to behave in a particular way, or I expect a situation to come out in this particular fashion, but it happens in a different way. So there is a small mismatch between what we expect and what's happening right now in our life. That mismatch only triggers these emotions, and that emotion is called anger. If the mismatch is very big, we end up in having a big anger. If the mismatch is small, it's a small anger. So whenever you become angry, when that emotion comes out, all you need is take a nice deep breath, pause yourself, okay? Ask yourself this question, okay, what is that I'm expecting in this situation which is not happening? So what is the mismatch? The minute you figure out, oh, this is the mismatch, the minute your mind figures out the mismatch, you automatically calm down. Okay, but here is the biggest challenge. You have to become aware of that particular moment when you get angry, and that is where lots of breathing and meditation practices helps you. So when you do practice daily breathing exercise, when you become angry, that particular moment, the exercise that you practice comes handy for you. So it's not that suddenly on the day you become angry, you will become aware of it. If you really want to become aware of that anger or that angry feeling, you need to start practicing every single day. The same is also anxiety. Anxiety is also the same. It's you expect something to happen, exactly the opposite is happening, or there is a small degree of mismatch. So that's the reason we get anxious, we get upset, we get irritated, we get frustrated. And to overcome all these things, you need to practice daily some kind of a breathing exercise. Many happy people and successful people, they start practicing breathing every single day. That's the most important thing. If you can't do breathing, at least go for a walking or a jogging, some kind of a physical exercise where it increases your awareness of your own self. The more you become self-aware, whenever the emotion comes inside you, you will become aware of it. Thereby you will take the next remedial action. So how to overcome anger and anxiety? Step 1 is become aware of it, why it's happening. Number 1, it's only because of the mismatch in your expectation. That's number 1. So either drop your expectation, or if you still have expectation, then you have to know how to lower the expectation and also become aware when that particular anger moment happens. So it's mismatch in expectations and awareness, and then after that take some simple action of mentally count 1 to 10. Count yourself from 10 to 1 in the reverse order and take some deep breaths and calm yourself, and then address the person. Remember, the other person in front of you is also going through various challenges like you. The other person who is there in front of you is also chasing happiness like you. The other person in front of you on whom you are being angry, he or she is also want to become happy in life. Probably they are also going through this mismatch problem in their head. So become more compassionate on them, and in that compassionate angle, start talking to them. Okay, look from their point of view and then try to help them. When you start helping them, you will find that your anger and anxiety automatically comes down. Okay, good. So let's go to the next question. Okay, the next question, I see a question from, okay, here we have Ganeshan's question. How to find a way when we are in a complete mess? Is it okay to ask for help from someone? How to find a way when we are in a complete mess? Wow, that's a good question, Ganeshan. And this is something which many of us do not do. Asking for help is one of the most important quality. Successful people in the world have always used this particular trick or a technique. When we are in a mess, let's accept that we are in a mess first of all. I know some of my friends in my olden days, they don't accept that they are in a big soup. They don't accept that they are in a real mess. They this is where the whole positivism, they add too much of positive thinking and they ignore the reality that's right now happening in their life. See, there is nothing wrong in optimistic. There is nothing wrong in being positive. They are all required. But when you always continuously prime yourself that you have to be positive, you are also programming that, yes, there is negativity around me. Okay, so remember that whenever we end up in a situation in life where it's a complete mess, accept that you are in a mess first of all. Okay, many people have a problem in accepting this fact. Okay, I have seen many of my friends when once upon a time I was in a big mess in financially. Okay, so I need to accept it. It took little time for me to accept, yeah, I'm in a big financial mess and now it's time for me to take some help. So a lot of my friends, a lot of my relatives helped me to get out of that mess, and thereby I was able to come out of it and become more stable and peaceful and balanced, and then achieve more success and happiness in my life. So step 1, whenever you are in complete mess, accept the mess. Number 2, ask for help. Look out for mentors. Look out for friends who are ready to help you. Okay, talk to someone. Okay, share your feeling with someone else. They may give you some ideas. They may actually, whether they will give you ideas or not, whether they will give you money or not, at least they will lend their ear to you. At least you just tell them what your feelings are. That also reduces the burden. And there are some people, depending upon your complete mess, I don't know which mess, Ganeshan, you are talking about. If it's a financial mess, then talk to a financial expert. Okay, so there are many financial experts out there. Take their help. Thereby they will solve your problem. If it's a relationship mess, talk to relationship experts. They will help you. If it's a psychological problem, talk to a psychologist. Ask them for help. Ask for a professional help. You will always get out of it. So asking for help is a very, very important quality that all of us should practice. Good. So let's go to the next question from okay, let me hear. A lot of people have asked me the question. So Sridhar Kalyanaraman, okay, interesting question he has asked. How to attract abundance and positivity? Example, when I try to write affirmations or even ask the universe, there is some sort of figure or negative thought rising, whether this is practical or achievable, etc. Thank you, Sridhar, for asking that question. It's not only for you. Let me be honest with you. Each and everyone has this doubt or a fear that creeps inside their head. Okay, they know that positive thinking is very important. They know that they can depend on the universe, they can ask the universe, they have to affirm their mind. All these things are required, but at the same time, it's all that unwavering faith that is required in whenever you are asking. No, I don't know how I'm sure that you would have seen the movie called Secret by Rhonda Byrne. Even the book is also there, where they explain actually the 3-step phenomena of ask, believe, and receive. Okay, the most important part is not the asking, or the second important part is the believe over there. Can you believe with 100% faith that yes, it will happen? And then only you can open up your receptors to receive. Now, this is where you need to slowly tweak our mind. This is from my personal experience. I just reprogrammed myself that if it happens in my life, it is very good. If it doesn't happen, it is excellent. It means something else better is coming on the way. When this attitude is triggered, there is no pressure in that. Where many of us end up in adding pressure to these positive affirmations. You don't have to put some pressure onto it. If it happens, very good, my friend. If it doesn't happen, excellent. Then something better is on the way. So that is how you handle these negative thoughts. Now, like in the beginning, I started off this Facebook live with talking about how the whole mind is like the Facebook news feed. This is where our thoughts, like how we follow certain people and we comment and we like for certain posts, like and comment for certain activities, certain people's Facebook posts. Same is the case in our life also. Our mind also keeps following certain things. We comment on certain things. We attach ourselves to certain negativity, certain belief system. Thereby, these throws challenges in our head. So you don't have to attract abundance and positivity. You are already full of abundance. You are born positive. All you need is remove all the negative rules and negative beliefs that we have added in our life. That is causing us that fear or doubt within us. Okay, so let's go to the next question. I have lots of people asking. Jacqueline Lee. Okay, how do you do goal setting? Aim high or set a reasonable goal? Okay, good question. 95% of the people who set goals in the world have not achieved whatever they have set goals. Okay, because they are setting goals. Any goal that you set is not to set a goal. Any goal should be designed for achievement. That's the reason I always say ignore goal setting. Always focus on goal achievement program. It's called GAP, Goal Achievement Program. So you need to plan a goal which is achievable and you can attract that particular goal. Now, should I aim high? Should I aim low? There is, I learned it from my teacher, Brian Tracy, or something called MTO goal setting. Okay. M stands for minimum goal, T stands for the target, and O stands for the outrageous goal. So he always suggests, whenever you are setting any goal, set in 3 different layers. Okay, just not one. For one goal itself, set one minimum parameter, a target for it, and then an outrageous one. Okay. So you aim for the outrageous, at least the minimum is achieved. The minimum is non-negotiable. Okay, so that is one way of setting goals. At least in this when you aim for the outrageous, you will either land at the target or at the minimum. So whenever you set goal, see whether all these 3 layers are there, Jacqueline. Thereby you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. Remember, it's not goal setting; it's always goal achievement. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Very interesting questions I have. Exactly direction. My friend going. Okay, now here is a question. Now, Hari Krishna has asked a question. My friend going exactly opposite direction to my thoughts in all situations. How to accept him for long relation? Excellent question. Is there a way in which we can change the other person's thoughts? No, we can't do that. Is there a way in which we can change the way we perceive the other person? Yes, absolutely. We cannot change any other human being. But we can always change our perception of how we look at the other person. So, I know that you want to do a lot of good things to the other person, and the other person is not ready to, they are not in a position to even understand why you are telling what you are telling. So, if that person is a real friend, allow them to go in whichever direction they are and be there, be supportive to them and accept them as they are. See, we cannot change any other human beings in the world. We can only accept them as they are. When you start accepting the other person as they are, there is no relationship problem. You will love them forever. Okay, good. So let's go to the next question. Oh, today I have lots of questions here. Who's next question? So guys, if you're watching this live, I am going to go for another 9 minutes. If you have any question, you can ask me this question and I will answer. Let me take the next question from Master of None. Okay. Again, another question from Sridharan is asking me a very interesting question. Thank you Sridhar for sharing. Thank you Chidambaram for joining. And another question: I am currently in a transition phase in my career, and sort of self-doubt arises when even thoughts feel feel of jack of all trades and master of none, etc. goes in my mind. Sridhar, I really understand how it is when you are jack of all trade and master of none. My request to you is see whether you can identify yourself in one way, one profession, and can you build or dig yourself deep in that particular area which you are really passionate about. Okay. How will you know whether you are really passionate about? Is that even if no one is going to pay you 1 rupee or $1 to you, and you're still ready to put all your time and energy in that direction, and you have no idea how time is flying, that's called your passionate area. So figure out which is your passion area and start focusing on that particular area and see how you can add value to other people in life. Thereby you will not have these self-doubts, because self-doubt arises only when you have a doubt whatever you're doing is right or wrong, whether whatever you're doing is giving you happiness or not. So when things are not giving you happiness, whatever you're doing is not giving you happiness, just stop doing it. Don't force yourself. Why should you force yourself? You don't have to. Okay? So focus on that passion area and dig yourself deeper, go deeper, and if you need to add more skills, strengthen yourself there, and start adding more value to people, help more people. Thereby you will be able to help. Okay? Thereby you can get rid of all these self-doubts and self-thoughts. It will be help. You can help more people, Sridhar. Yes, you can. Okay. So thank you, Jacqueline. Yes. Let me just see whether any other questions. A lot of people have joined us and a lot of people have asked a lot of questions. And if you are just joined now, this is a question answer session. And if you have any questions, you can ask me with respect to leadership, with respect to money, or with respect to happiness in life. And a lot of people have asked right from the morning questions on focus, how to get rid of how to overcome anxiety and anger. Okay, here is a question from my good friend Venkateshwaran. Good evening, Venkatesh. Can you define success and failure briefly? Very interestingly, the concept of success is highly subjective. For some people, success means more money. For some people, success means more awareness in their life. For some people, success means better relationship. For some people, success means amassing lots and lots of wealth and prosperity. For some people, success means power. So the word success is absolutely variable, and it doesn't vary from person to person. Actually, it varies within the same person depending upon your age. In your young age, probably you would have thought more money is success. But as you travel across, you would have crossed a particular age, you would have earned a lot of money, you would have realized, oh boy, that's not really success. Looks like I've lost a lot of my friends. Looks like I've lost a lot of my relationship. So looks like I have to build more relationship because I had a lot of relationship problem. So suddenly the whole concept of success changes to relationship. Some people, after adding lots and lots of money, still they have not figured out what is success, because probably they are craving for power. So the concept of success definition varies from person to person. So I don't know what is success for you. You only have to ask yourself, what is success? Oh, failure is something very, very simple. You wanted to achieve something, you didn't do it, and according to your mind, it's called failure. Now, I think my teacher taught me this long back. If you want to achieve more success in your life, in whichever area, fail faster. He says fail faster. That means more you fail faster, the faster you will achieve more success in whatever you're talking about. Okay, so I don't know, Venkat, what exactly is success means for you. Whatever is a success means for you, start failing in that direction. You will achieve more success in your life. Good. Thank you for that interesting question you asked me and giving me the permission to share my idea. And if you have any other questions, you can just shoot the question. I have 4 more minutes to end this particular Facebook Live, and I will answer your question in the next 4 minutes. But for each one of you watching this particular Facebook Live, if you visit my website www.happynesscoach.co.in, you can subscribe to my daily happiness email course over there. Every single day I will mail you one happiness lesson. More than 15,000 students across the globe are taking part in this. Every day one lesson which you can read in 2 minutes and take action, which get rid of all your unhappiness and suffering, and you can become happier. So here is one interesting question, last question by Pallavi: how to control our thoughts? Good question, Pallavi. The best answer to be is you cannot control your thoughts, because we do not manufacture our thoughts. It actually streams inside us. We are not the manufacturer of thoughts. It is just streaming in, like how a YouTube video is streaming in. Okay, so you don't have to control. All you need is just observe what are the thoughts that are coming. It's like the Facebook news feed. Going back to my first statement of Facebook news feed. It's like the Facebook news feed. The news are continuously scrolling up on your screen. Okay. Now, do you want to really pay attention to every news that is coming? Some news feeds you will click like, and some news feed you will click comment, and some you will share. Same as the thoughts. You make a choice. Okay. That's where the power of discrimination comes to you. You have to use the power of discrimination to determine whether should I act on this thought or not. Should I respond to this thought or not? Should I agree with this thought or not? So, you cannot control your thoughts. You can only witness your thoughts. The more you start witnessing, you will have full power of which one to choose and which one to reject. Okay. So, I have a few more minutes. Here we have Chitra question. Help me get out of a mental block of not being able to FB live video. Chitra, the only reason why many of us don't do Facebook live is they want to be Mr. Perfect. Okay, they are scared what others will think. What others will think of me when I talk. Okay, will they accept me or not? Will they accept my answer or not? What will happen if the mic goes wrong? What will happen if the current goes? Too much of thoughts are there. All you need is just open the Facebook and start talking. Okay, like I am just talking. I don't have a prepared speech. I am just answering the questions. I have no idea what answer that's going to come out of my mouth. So all you need is just keep sharing. And then only with practice it's going to come. I still remember the first Facebook Live. That was not so great and hard. It was absolutely horrible mess I created. But today I am able to do it better and better only with practice. So just get rid of the mental block and just jump and start doing. Maybe after this Facebook Live video, once mine is over, just shoot a 2-minute video. Just talk whatever is there in your head. Even that mental block is there. Don't just talk out that so that you will get rid of it. The best way to handle a mental block or a fear is to live that particular block or a fear for 30 seconds. Live it completely. You will get rid of it. Okay, Chitra? So I'm going to see you in the next Facebook Live video. Here we have. Okay, quickly, let me ask this question by Arvind Baba. Sir, how to control insecurity? Now, insecurity is again a mismatch of expectation. You wanted something, it's not happening. You want to protect it. You are scared. What will happen? Whatever I am trying to protect will go away from me. Remember, there is nothing called permanent in your life. Everything which is born will die. Everything is perishable. Nothing is immortal here. Even the phone that you bought, it will degrade after some time. It will lose its charm. Anything you bought, just look around your own self. You will figure out there is nothing called permanent. So, since nothing is permanent, there is no reason to be insecure in your life. Just go with your flow. Accept whatever is happening in your life. Life will be more awesome and peaceful. Okay, so with this, I think it's time for us to close this Facebook Live. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining today's question and answer with the Happiness Coach. If you love this Facebook Live and if you think that whatever I shared with you will help your friends, please share this Facebook Live video on your timeline, post some valuable comments below and help many more people, because I personally believe those who give realize more happiness. If you cannot go on a Facebook Live video, the best way is also sharing a Facebook Live video like this. Thereby someone in your friend circle will watch this video and they will get benefited. So go ahead, click the share button and share this Facebook Live video on your timeline and help your friends to become more happier, healthier. So thank you very much for joining this Facebook Live with the Happiness Coach, Murali Sundaram. Tada, bye-bye, see you until I go into the live in the next week or so something. I'm planning to do every week once, and I will see you in the next Facebook Live. If you have any question, just shoot me the question. I will answer you next time. So thank you very much for joining this Facebook Live video, and good night. Bye-bye.